I love your self-portrait. That's so good. Oh,
Can't hear
Holland,
you.
you're on mute. You're on mute, love.
And there we go.
And you've had a haircut.
It's so fine. I know it doesn't look like it,
Oh,
but
well
it's done too.
Oh,
I need to get mine done.
I haven't been yet. I
Very
mean,
short.
I'm still sporting a home job here, but it's, you know, it was so short anyway. It's going to take ages to grow out, so I'm not going to worry.
It was that dilemma. Now I'd got it long. Do I keep growing it long, or do I just get it all off? And I thought, you know what? Let's get it off again.
Yeah, look, I know I kind of toyed with the same thing, you know, because I do, when my hair is long, it's really curly. I get ringlets. So, you know, and it was beautiful back then, but I don't know about grey curls.
I'm going naturally grey. Embrace the grey. I am.
I don't think I'm kind of enamored
I'm
with
not.
the grey curls thing. I just thought, oh, I don't think so. I look like a perm. I'm not ready for that.
Grey, but I'm not very good at all.
Yeah, no, it's
The grey's
funny.
coming back in. Need the bottle soon.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I've decided to stop dyeing mine now because, you know, otherwise you have to do it I hate any regrowth at all. So I'm kind of every 2 and 3 weeks I re-dye it, and I often do it from home because, I mean, I would not go into the hairdresser that often and pay £30 each time for a colour. There's just no way.
That's quite cheap. It used to cost me £60.
I think it depends on, you know, obviously the hairdresser, but also how long your hair is.
I wouldn't mind, but my hair's that thin that I think,
it doesn't matter. Yeah, right.
I have the other problem. Mine's so thick.
Oh, right. Hello, Jane. Hello, Victoria. You guys are on mute, so you might want to unmute for a second if you like.
Hi there. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Fantastic turnout. Woohoo.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Not seen you for ages.
Hiya,
Just dealing
Jane.
with an issue.
It has been ages,
School,
hasn't
I'll
it,
be back
Jen?
in a sec.
Hi, Natalie. There's Julie. Oh, I must have picked a really good day to have this.
It's the weather. It's gone bad again.
So
No, the
there's nothing.
hailstones have just come over.
So are you saying there's nothing better to do except sit indoors and? Oh, that's hilarious. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Julie.
Yeah,
How are you, Jane?
I'm good.
How
Thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, love.
Good.
Yes, all good.
Good.
Yeah, fantastic turnout. So we're just about 10:30. So I'll kind of start just informally. Welcome, everyone. This is the May meeting of Ayrshire Business Women. We've been a little bit quiet the last few weeks, but you know what? We didn't have any major events happening. And, you know, obviously we had a lot happening with our own personal lives. You know, every one of us was probably trying to catch up on work and things and just concentrate on what we were doing. You know, so I've obviously got a lot going on in my personal life. And the keys to my new house are sitting at the solicitor's waiting to be picked up straight after this call. I know. I'm so excited. I'm going straight to the house with the tape measure. I'll have to think about the practicalities first, and trying to get hold of tradesmen and stuff has been really fun. Welcome, Joanne. It's lovely to see you for the first time. So she's just connecting to audio. So Joanne's our new member. So would anyone like to start off and just give me a wee update on what you're doing today, what you've been doing recently? Yes, Sarah.
I don't mind going first if you want.
Announcements is great.
Go, Sarah. Go, Sarah.
Shall I go first? Well, a big change for Sarah Plant. As of 2 Mondays ago, Tracy McNally, my previous business partner, is now the proud owner of Sarah's Creative Occasions, and I have taken a complete step back from the wedding industry for a number of reasons, COVID obviously one of them. And I am now a full-time artist. I've been painting oil landscapes and portraits and various things for the last 3-4 years. It's my passion. It's the right time for me. And I am now creating that business. So I'm actually in the process of negotiating a brand new website for Sarah Louise Art because, yes, we're all up and running. So, yeah, That's what I've been doing.
Congratulations to both of you. I mean, such an exciting time, and it is the right time. If you're going to make a move, you might as well do it now. You know, I think it's made everyone reassess things, hasn't it, really? You know, and I mean, following your passion is definitely the best thing. Definitely the best thing. So congratulations. You know, I mean, so many exciting plans, but, you know, please keep us in, you know, up to date with everything. And, you know, if we get a chance to kind of come and see anything you're doing, we would just absolutely love that as observers, you know. And if you do an art show, you'll have to invite everyone, which I'm sure you will.
Well, I've already got pieces in at the Air Hospital, so if anyone has a need or is visiting someone at the Air Hospital, it's there. And I'm also volunteering at the Coach House Gallery at Culzean Castle one day a week as well.
Just beautiful.
So people will see me there. But yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, no, honestly, congratulations, you know, massively deserved to both of you. So that's fantastic. Did anyone have any other announcements? I know, Jane, you've got one. Jane Cameron?
Yes, hi, two Janes on the call, Jane Mack.
Yes.
I used to be Mackenzie, so I was known as Jane Mack for a while, so I get a wee bit confused. I've also, God, haven't we all been going through a period of reassessment? And I have two self-employed businesses, and I'm pretty much ditching one of them because it's just becoming more difficult to get business. It's highly competitive, it's market research. And I'm really wanting to focus on my Positively Speaking business, which is helping people to communicate more effectively and more confidently. And interestingly, I'm doing some work with the Unite Union at the minute, working in the public health sector. And there's so many people in public health who are feeling underconfident, underwhelmed, and it's really, really difficult. So that's where I'm moving my business 100% into, and I wanted to help some of our members in Ayrshire Business Women, because we all have to do what we're just doing now, which is maybe sometimes just say, this is me, this is what I do, and we sometimes don't feel very confident in that. We feel, who am I to talk about myself like this, and do I sound pushy, and do I sound overly confident, and what am I talking about, and I don't know. So I'm thinking, and I'd like your help with this, because I'm not sure how to go with this, but I'm thinking of doing a 90-minute free webinar on tips and techniques to promote yourself. It's almost like that elevator pitch. It's almost like that when you're at a networking event and you think, I feel brave, I'm going to go up to a person and say, hi, my name is Jane Cameron, and this is what I do. It is definitely what we've been doing online in this forum, which is doing introductions to ourselves. And I've listened to a few of us doing them, and I think great on you for doing that. What can I do to help you make you feel more confident? So I am proposing a 90-minute, longer than an hour, shorter than 2 hours webinar, interactive, maybe 10 or 12 of us. I'm happy to give lots of tips and hints and techniques about how to appear confident, how to feel confident, what to say and how to say it. And hopefully that would be helpful for you, and it would be helpful for me, because that's a webinar I would hope to take forward commercially. Yeah. Would that be helpful for people?
Yeah, yes. Look, we definitely, you know, as a committee, we decided that we definitely wanted to concentrate more on training, you know, going forwards, because, you know, a lot of people have done their virtual speeches, and they'll keep running, obviously, when anyone puts their hand up. And I've got probably 4 on the books now to schedule. Yeah, Tracy wants to do one, and I know Joanne, you would love to do
I'll
one.
do it now.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, so, you know, I think a few people now that they've seen the videos and they kind of know the format, and, you know, so I think that people are kind of happy to come forwards. But, you know, look, congratulations, you know, with the new focus as well, because I think it's very timely, because, I mean, I'm now coming out of shielding, right? So I'm going back down the main street and things again. I'm having to go back into a business forum as of next Tuesday in person. So, you know, I found, and, you know, I was talking to family members, you know, I've definitely lost the confidence, you know, in the, you know, the personal kind of face-to-face contact. And I think that a lot of people just been sitting in the house for so long that they're not used to having someone right in front of them and having to carry on a conversation. And it can be exhausting, you know, and draining. And, you know, I went down the main street for the first time last week, and I got quite flustered, you know, and walking around with your masks on. We have so many, you know, things to juggle just now. So I think it's very timely for you, Jane, and I would love that session if we could do it in June.
June would be good.
Yeah, we'll pick a date.
Yeah, I'll have a look at my diary, and June would be fantastic. Can I say, Natalie, I was so inspired, Natalie, by when you did your talk about the cosmetics, the lovely skincare. I was listening to you when you were doing your talk, and I was thinking, this is just a fantastic product. You've got such a fantastic enthusiasm for it. And it was you, Natalie, that made me think, I really want to help more of us to speak up and speak out about our products. And what we tend to do, and we all are a wee bit guilty of this, is we tend to almost apologize and almost over explain, and we undersell ourselves, and we'll say something like, well, you know, I just sort of started doing this, and I'm sort of, you know, I'm a little bit this and I'm a little bit that, and and we do all this qualifying, apologizing, and I just really want to help us all be more come across more confident. So I'll have a look at dates in June, and happy to help individuals, but as I say, for now it's going to be a webinar that we all come on. I'll give tips and techniques, and we'll just see what we can do to make ourselves feel and be more confident when we're selling ourselves, because it's so difficult. So no,
that'd be
great.
Excellent. Thank you so much for offering that, Jane. That'd be amazing. Jane Mack, you've got some fantastic news to share with us as well.
Yeah, well, since I was on here last time, so I've changed my business. I've gone into consulting to help businesses grow and succeed. Had to change because I was kind of already doing that in a way with some businesses, just on a sort of informal basis, and I really loved it. I love having that conversation with people and working through their pain points and how we can fix it and solve it. And I've been working with a business coach since the beginning of the year, and we sat down and had this whole sort of strategy session, and she's like, she was the one who was like, you need to be in a consultancy role. And I thought, you know, it's been in my head for so long to do that. And I just needed somebody to pull it out. And because of my last business I did, which I had for 7 years, and then, you know, a company bought it, it's kind of using all my experience from them and helping other businesses. And my sort of big main thing about my sort of services is that my last business, I had kind of built it very much on relationships and maintaining client relationships and building relationships that way. And so that's kind of where my big focus is, you know, using my experience that I've had and helping other businesses grow that way. So I've had a lot of work over the last month, probably just focusing on the package, what I can offer, what I can do, how I can help businesses, and pulling it together. So I've totally changed, new logo, everything's all changed. So it seems like that's going on at the moment for everybody. Everybody's readjusting and re-looking at what they're doing. And so it's quite it's good. Yeah, well, I mean, I can kind of relate to that too, because obviously I've been reassessing things after last year, and I mean, Ayrshire Business Women is one of the 3 things that I really want to concentrate on going forward. And Burns Mall, I work there. I've now just gone down to part-time. I don't want to be there 4 days a week. I'm not required in the premises. It's a minor marketing role and social media. So I've gone down to initially 2 days a week just to see how the workflow goes. And I find that's enough for me. And then obviously I'll keep my own personal business on the side where I do social media. But the other thing is I'll be contributing to Celebrate Kilmarnock this year. I kind of started there just before lockdown. So obviously that's where my wee kind of side office is based. So so, you know, I can definitely relate to that. And I just want to give a big welcome to you, Joanne. You've joined us for the first time as a brand new member in the last 2 weeks. Do you want to just unmute your wee microphone there? Do you know where the button is? Yep. Nope.
Oh, that me unmuted?
Yeah, love, that's good. Welcome.
Thank you very much for such a warm welcome. It's great to listen to everybody, and it's really inspiring to hear you all so confident, you know. which is great, and which is part of the reason why I look to join the group as well. So I'm going to really enjoy the sessions and hearing how everybody's transitioning as well, because I think, you know, as you say, over the past 12 months, I mean, I've been in banking now 23 years. Banking for us has changed dramatically in the last 12 to 18 months in terms of, you know, the way we speak to customers, the way we're interacting with customers. You know, the digitalisation for us has just went from, you know, 0 to 100 in the space of 12 months. It's not great, not everybody loves it, but it seems to be the way forward, and we're just going to have to get to manage it as best we can and help everybody. So yeah, there's a lot of bits and pieces there that is changing. I think confidence is just a major thing for me, you know, coming in any role, you know, in life in general, you know, because I don't think people, well, I certainly don't, you know, I don't put myself up or volunteer for things much, or, you know, put myself out there. So confidence is a huge thing. So certainly with Jane speaking there about our webinar, that would be great.
Oh, excellent. No, and I mean, you might want to wait until you do that session before you do your virtual speech to the group, and it will definitely help. It'll definitely help. So, you know, we'll get a date for that, for the Virgin Money, and I know you have an office in the Kilmarnock area, so that's very close to Burns Mall where I work, so I'll be going up to have a little look at that and have a look at the layout and maybe take some photos next week.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it'd be great. Right, so I might just start the meeting and then we can have a wee chat again at the end, and if anyone else has any more news to share, that would be fantastic. We had our committee meeting 2 days ago, Wednesday nights. So that was really, really the first time that all of us had a good chance to talk properly for a good few weeks. We've had obviously the membership renewals period happening last month, and the expiries, well, it all expired on the 31st of March, but we basically gave everyone kind of 4 weeks grace, just to kind of, you know, maybe if they had in their diary, they didn't have time. We've had a lot of good, really strong renewals come in, people that are very actively working with the group, which is fantastic. You know, the women that are kind of talking and chatting to the committee, coming to these events, and, you know, we really appreciate that participation. So we actually are left with a really good core group of members now. So we're back down to 70 again, which is great, and approximately 10 of those are actually honorary members. But, you know, that's a very good core group to go forward into the future, and obviously we'll attract more people going forward once we start meeting in person again. So at the moment, you know, we've got a lot of venues that we would like to use in the future. We'll be doing stuff, you know, either once or twice a month. And I mean, basically at the moment, we're just waiting for that level to drop down again. I've checked with quite a few restaurants and they'll definitely only take 6 people in a group outside, because I've been champing at the bit to go out and eat again. And I've done it once, which was fantastic. So anyone who hasn't gotten out, honestly, we went to the Lockside and I just spent 2 hours there with my kids and my best friend just chatting away. It was just fabulous. So as a committee, we're quite delighted with the renewals that we've had. Definitely the hard work we've been putting in has paid off, I think, and definitely having more of these sessions is on the cards in the very near future. We sent out just a brief newsletter to the members last week, just to update you on a couple of wee changes from our side, just to let you know that we now have a YouTube channel. We've got a members access only area there where you can watch back these videos. I'm trying to be quite careful about, you know, in terms of GDPR, as to who gets hold of those, you know, videos to watch, because obviously we have all the members' names and faces on the screen. But yeah, so I've shared that. I converted for the first time some of the audio files from these sessions into podcasts. It was a pure trial and error for me, and it worked quite well. So if you ever get a spare moment and you want to have a wee listen, you know, maybe you're sitting on public transport or whatever, then that's a fantastic resource. We're obviously also looking to maybe get a video library, so when you log into the website, you can watch the videos there in private as well. so there was that. And then we had approximately 32 new members that I recruited at the beginning of the year. I sent out a newsletter to all of them, just reminding them that their trial period had expired, because some people got 2 months, some only got 6 or 2 weeks. You know, it was different for everybody. In terms of the events, we've got 4 potential coming up, 4 potential virtual speeches, probably 5 now. And we have one on Monday night with the McKinstry Company. I need to go back to them again and just reconfirm that today, because, you know, they were kind of concerned that maybe no one was going to come along. So if you have the time on Monday at 6 p.m, I've kind of assured them that we'll have, you know, a good few people there, and I've had 6 RSVPs and 6 maybes. So if you can make it to that, I'd really appreciate it, but I'll let you know if they cancel for any reason. On the awards side of things, we had a wee chat about this. We haven't really done a great deal. I mean, obviously we've recruited some fantastic sponsors and guest judges this year, but as a committee, we're going to go out to all of the members actually and do a survey to find out whether people are actually interested in even applying this year, because we want to obviously try and gauge the interest before we put in a lot of time and effort into that. The ASB, the ASB Awards, the Scottish Businesswomen, or the Association of Scottish Businesswomen, they've launched their awards in the last 2 weeks. They actually have 14 different categories this year. In the past, with past presidents, one of their major focuses has actually been on recruiting AB members, ABW members, to actually enter those awards. You know, obviously it's a fantastic thing for you to win one of those, or even to become a finalist. So I would strongly urge you to look at those and apply for them if you can take the time to do that. We know for a fact that, you know, people like Laura Rennie, who won Ayrshire Businesswomen in the past, you know, she said it was fantastic for her business, you know, in terms of their accolades and attracting new clients, and, you know, things like that are fantastic to have on your resume. And, you know, you can obviously do press releases and all those sorts of things. So that's something you might want to look at. In the past, also, the presidents had a lot of time to help anyone who was applying for those awards, whether they are ABW or ASB awards. I mean, if anyone needs any help, you can certainly come to me, and I can try and slot you in, or if you want to speak to one of the other members that has, you know, some different experience. Were you thinking, Sarah?
I'm just happy to help as well, because I've done it before, and I'm happy to help if anyone needs some time.
Oh, would you mind if I do a shout out in the group on Facebook about that? Oh, that's massive. That's excellent. Thank you. Yeah, we definitely need that help. I'll just move on if that's okay from there. We'll launch the survey in the next few days and just find out exactly how many people are going to apply for the ABW Awards. We have signed an advertising contract with Airship Magazine, and we'll be featured in that magazine over the next 6 months, both online and through advertising. So anyone who hasn't seen that magazine in the past, it's a gorgeous glossy magazine. It has circulation. They print usually 10,000. I think during COVID, they didn't have any printed copies, but they've just started printing them again and recirculating them. So the circulation may be down on 10,000, but, you know, it's certainly fantastic coverage. We're going to have a quarter page in each issue for the next 3 issues. We're also going to have a full page to maybe advertise any news about the about the ABW, and we would also like to advertise anyone who wins awards in that. So watch this space. That'll be fantastic. In terms of the accounts, Gail, did you want to give anyone a wee update about our discussions about accounts the other day?
Yep. You mean the bank account, or just the finances?
I mean, just a general idea, I think, what we're kind of struggling with.
We have got quite a nice healthy bank balance at the moment. Obviously, we would love to see more members, but for the current circumstances where we're holding the meetings over Zoom, the support we're getting has been fantastic, you know, and the number of members that have renewed this year has been great, as I say, because obviously we're kind of limited with the benefits that we can provide to members. So it's great to continue to get that support. So we've had £750 in subs, and we've also had some support from East Ayrshire Council. We're just waiting to North Ayrshire Council. We aren't particularly wanting to help at the moment. We'll maybe get that in the future once we're back kind of face-to-face meetings, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get a wee chance to chat with South Ayrshire Council. We might get some support from them. But the bank balance is, you know, is nice and healthy. We're still having a wee bit of issues trying to get, we're looking to move bank because we've had issues with signatories. I think it's just one of these things that happens with club accounts. It's, you know, it happens across the board with all different kind of club accounts, but hopefully we can get the signatories changed with Santander, but moving forward we might be able to open an account with Lloyds once the kind of repercussions of COVID last year with banking kind of ease back a little. There's still some kind of restrictions in there with opening new accounts and so on. But yeah, that's about all. At the moment we still have we have a wee few issues with PayPal, so we're looking at other payment providers, and we might move to something like Stripe, which is like a credit card processor or a debit card payment processing company. Similar fees to PayPal, but we'll look and see. PayPal again are one of these ones that want you to jump through hoops and have lots of paperwork, but we'll pursue that and we'll see how we go on. But yeah, the bank balance is nice and healthy at the moment. We've no concerns with that. We've no real outgoings at the moment because obviously we're not having any meetings and having to book that. So we've started some advertising within Ayrship Magazine. We felt that the cost of it and the fact that, as I say, we've not got any real overheads at the moment, we can more than afford, and we think it's for the benefit of the group. So
and I think it'll definitely raise the profile.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. Thanks, Gail.
Yeah,
Victoria, did you want to have a wee mention, see if anyone's got anything for the feature story of the month? Or we've actually got a few things that'll probably go in, and we could probably feature a few people in the next one, you know, based on the news today.
So for the Airship Magazine, I'm going to be writing a feature story, so I need ideas. So obviously a few changes with people's businesses and things this month. So maybe something along the lines of how COVID has given us time to reflect and to find our passions again. I don't know, something along those lines possibly.
I think that
might
be excellent.
A good way, might be something good to do.
I mean, I like that idea, and then you can kind of mention the thing that Jane's doing, and the changes with Sarah and Tracy, you know, and the changes with Jane's business, and, you know, obviously any other news that comes out today, you know, and give them all a mention. That would be really, really interesting, I think. And then we can get that on the Airship Magazine blog that goes out from their Facebook page, and that goes out to approximately 7,000 followers as well. So yeah, we're going to have some excellent, you know, some excellent.
What's the timing, Victoria? If any of us wanted to send you a wee,
I don't know. Tomorrow timings. Do you know yet?
You know me. I don't really. I'm kind of as and when. You know, we're as and when. So Jane, if you want to get something over to her in the next week, you know, and that'll give Victoria a good week to write something up and put something together, and then we could probably launch it, you know, in the middle of May.
Yeah, I'll contact Ayrshire Magazine and just say, like, for their editorials to find out when they need things in by. So I'll pop that on my list.
Good. Yeah. So I know I can touch base with the editor there and organise a date for the publication, because I think he kind of, you know, obviously has a diary. So I'll check that for you. But yeah, just as soon as you kind of write something up, you know, if you all want to send something into Victoria, it's news@abw.org.uk. So that would be fantastic. So that's all from us. With regards to, we've covered the sponsorship. Just finally, at the committee meeting the other day, we've had someone who has been trying to simulate our Ayrshire businesswomen email addresses. We don't think we were hacked, and certainly the members database will never get compromised. That's all locked away in a really safe area, and we don't keep, you know, hard copies anywhere else outside of that. So there's no issues there, but someone was kind of simulating and sending strange emails to Gail. And we've had the website designer straight onto that. So he's put, you know, a couple of extra security protocols in place on the database. So that's just a housekeeping thing, you know, to cover with you. But did anyone else have any more news that you wanted to share today?
Can I just add something, Tamara? It's just to say that we're doing the a member spotlight on everybody and putting it out across social media, and we're pulling all that together. But in order to do that, we need to have everyone's profile on the Ayrshire Businesswoman's members page all up to date. So I'm just sort of urging anyone who might not have the up-to-date details or anything, if you could make sure you've got profile picture on, details about your business, what it is, and if obviously if you're on Facebook, you know, you're linked to it, because it just means we can get the right information to get it out there. So that would be really, really good. We will be sending out, I'll probably send an email out in the next week or so to anyone I think that we're maybe missing information on. It just means you can get the best coverage as we're trying to do, really. So certainly, Joanne, with you being new, if you've not had a chance to do it, yeah, if you could get your stuff on, it'd be brilliant. It's really worthwhile doing it, so we can pop you out across social and try and give you a wee bit of boost as well. So just anyone, any changes, as I say, any changes to business, do go in and try and remember just to update it all, so we've got the right information to tell people all about you. So that was all.
Yes, sorry, Jane, I'm a bit short-minded just now. I should have given you a bit more of a feature there. Just Jane has actually started as of yesterday, wasn't it? Putting all those posts out across our social media now. We started the campaign before Christmas, but it just wasn't sustainable, and you know, like it's a massive exercise behind the scenes to like gather everyone's descriptions, everyone's photos. Victoria's formatted all of those with nice little borders now, just to make them look a lot more professional, and they've been customized with the ABW hex colors that are part of our promotional, you know, printed leaflets and things, and our scheme across the website. So they kind of started going out yesterday, and they look fantastic. You know, the first one was Alison Craig. We've got a really nice photo that went up, and just a little bit of a description about her company. If we have them, we'll sometimes add, you know, contact details underneath that, or a wee link. But again, if those details aren't on your member's profile, then we've got nowhere to copy and paste that information from. The other thing that's really worth mentioning that we discussed is that, you know, we also have to go back into the Association of Businesswomen. We have to go back into their website now, because our members automatically, when you pay your membership fee to ABW, you can do a separate profile on the ASB site. So some of you taken advantage of that, some of you haven't. But, you know, again, that's really fantastic, free promotion. You get your profile up there, you know, it's just a little bit of kudos for you. And, you know, obviously the members that have expired with ABW now, their profiles are going to get deleted off there automatically. And that's something that's kind of the next step now that I've tidied up our databases. I've got to tidy up their one. And we have an affiliate page. If you haven't looked before, go in and have a little look. It's, you know, they've got fantastic, I mean, they've got reams and reams of information, and particularly about the awards and the awards application and stuff's on there. Yeah, so that's excellent. So that's kind of everything I kind of had on my list that I wanted to discuss with you this week. So did anyone else want to say something? I can open it up to chat now.
Anybody who doesn't like their photo you've got on the page, if you update it and let me know, then I'll change the photo that will go out on social media for you, because it literally takes me like 5 minutes to do it. But I just need to know that you've changed your photo on the website, because it will take me 2 minutes.
Can you Photoshop my photo to make me look glamorous?
No, that takes too long. I'm not doing that.
Oh gosh, no, that's really There was also one more thing. We've had Margaret Murray, who's rejoined as a member of the Ayrshire Business Women. She works at the local MP's office, Alan Brown, and this is not like a political plug. I mean, basically, I've been friends with them for quite a while, and Alan Brown is like fantastic at resolving anybody's issues. I mean, he and one of my best friends works in his office, and honestly, they're so committed. So he has offered to do it's not a surgery, but he's offered to do a morning event with us on the 28th of May. We've got it scheduled for. I've got the time in as 10:30 a.m, same as this one, 10:30 to 11:30, and I've just put it as a candid talk. If you have any issues that you want to Ellen to have a think about before that session, if you can email them to me and I'll forward them on. But you know, even if you can do it up until 24 hours before, I mean, Alan has been doing this for years. He's regularly down in London visiting Parliament. He raises all sorts of issues on the floor out there, and, you know, he's quite tenacious. So, you know, he's fantastic kind of contact for us. Also, if you can kind of maybe pencil that in your diary and try and come, because it will be a really interesting session. And he's also very, very happy to answer any questions that you have on the day. Yeah, so yeah, that'll be a really interesting one. And again, we'll kind of record that and put things up, and I'll have to update all the audio files, and I'll update the YouTube in the next week or two. Yeah. So did anyone else want to share anything with us today? How's your business going? How are you coping? Are you going well?
Well, hopefully we can travel again soon, fingers crossed.
Yeah. So are you kind of just scheduling people in at the moment, Julie, and kind of hoping and praying that things happen and then getting them insurance in case it doesn't?
Yeah, well, most people are still looking further afield at the moment, further ahead at the moment. So I'm working in a wedding actually abroad for 24 people to the Caribbean for the 2023. But the majority of people are looking for like next year or winter time. But we've done quite a few UK cruises over the summer, leaving from the UK. So like from Greenock, Rosyth, Newcastle. We've got Disney cruises going from Newcastle and Liverpool, and MAC cruises going from Greenock. So they've been quite good for summer 21. But overall, we're just, I think, waiting with you know, find out what's going to happen with the government, whether we can travel or not travel, really. So a lot of people are holding out for that.
Yeah, I mean, even locally, you know, we were hoping to do a trip to Millport in June, but there's been an issue with some of the ferries. Certainly, you know, with the Arran, there was one of the ferries that broke down, and you know, these island trips at the moment, you know, they're a bit iffy as well, really. You know, and I've got a date in the diary for Millport, but I've been told that you actually have to just go and wait at the ferry. You can't book it at all. So I don't want to run the risk of all of us driving down there and not actually being able to get on. And we've also got to think about when we get there, where can we have lunch? So there's still a little bit of research to be done in the background on that one before I go ahead and, you know, start kind of revving that up a bit.
Yeah, I think in general over the UK, like your holiday cottages and lodges and parks, they've been pretty busy as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get a space.
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, I mean, I know personally it was great to get out and about and not have to think twice about driving, you know, 10 miles down, 20 miles down the road. So I've been making the most of it. I went out to Cumnock factory shop and I got a whole bundle. Yeah, I've been out there twice in the last week, and I got loads of work clothes and loads of shoes and just made the most of it, and kind of almost bought more than I needed just in case we go into another lockdown again. But yeah, it's been absolutely crazy times. Yeah, really difficult. So did anyone else have anything you want to share today?
Just a quick question, and it actually follows on what we were saying about the photo profile on the website. I remember, actually I don't remember, it was about 6 months, it might have even been a year ago, one of our members was offering to do some headshots or some photos.
Okay.
And can you remember who that was? Because I do need to update my photo. Can you remember who was offering to do
Was it
headshots?
Anne?
Anne, Anne Cromack, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Anne Mac. Oh, sorry.
Anne Cromack.
Anne Cromack, yes.
Anne Cromack.
Yeah, I can put you in touch with her, but it's ICAT photography. It's
and can she come out into our, I suppose she can't come into, I've got a home office here. She can come out.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, she was restricted because she lives in Largs. She may travel now, but she might get you to come to her, and it may still need to be an outdoor session because she was kind of concentrating on Geraldo's for a while there. But, you know, definitely, honestly, I'm sure she'd slot you in no matter where.
What was it? Anne Cormack?
Yes,
Cromack.
and Cromack. And it's
Cromack.
ICAT, so it's IKAT
Oh,
photography.
it's ICAT. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
she did
brilliant.
a presentation of, you know, maybe 7 weeks ago. She is fabulous.
Yeah. No, an outdoor shot sounds good. I think good. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I mean, basically, if anyone needs an updated headshot, I mean, certainly we need to get some done for the committee. Normally they would be done by now at this stage. We had some really professional ones done quite a few years back for the last committees, and, you know, it's been a while, but we'll get onto that in the near future. It's certainly not a major priority. So I'm just going to have a little look. Has everyone been reading the chat at all?
No, it's not much.
So Jane's out for dinner tonight. Jane, you're always busy. Yeah, so good.
On Monday night session, I'll be drunk because I'm 40 on Monday. So, you know, I'll have a glass of wine in my hand.
Congratulations.
And I'll probably be drunk by 6 o'clock.
Oh, congratulations. Well, I'll try and remember that. My brain's a bit mush at the moment, but honestly, fabulous. Really good. Oh, it'd be good to see you.
I'm just warning you in advance.
That's all right. We'll just keep you on mute. That's probably the safest option, seeing it's being recorded. All right, well, we're finishing up a little bit earlier today, so I hope none of you mind. Is that okay?
That's right.
Yep. So I need to get my shoes on, and I'm going to the solicitor's office in Kilmarnock, and I'm going to pick up my key. Yes, I'll take some photos.
Well,
and I'll share them with you. So I'll show you all the befores and afters, because I've already been buying stuff for the garden. I love gardening myself, and I've got like a million pots, and so I've already bought like a pergola and a shed and an arch. And it's all sitting in the backyard, so I'll get all that taken over to the new house on the weekend. Yeah, so exciting time for everybody, you know. I think it's been a very interesting, amazing, you know, 12 months, 14 months. And I mean, I just love the fact that all of us are kind of looking forward to the future, because that's what we have to do, you know, and change and adapt. And, you know, I think there's so many amazing opportunities that are still to come out of all of this. So, and I think people have changed, obviously, for the better in lots of ways. So lovely to see you all. So you know where I am if you need anything, and I'll see you all on Monday if you can make it, and if not, I'll see you very soon.
Great stuff. See you later.
Thank you for coming. Take
Thanks
care,
again.
girls.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.